everyone, this is Tracy Newman from the Navigator's Tarot, here to actually bring you a Divine Masculine reading. Ooh, well, we've got the Four of Wands that just jumped out, which is union energies and coming together in marriage and union pretty much. So that's interesting. The Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Whew. So the masculine energies are about coming into union. Now this is about probably coming into union within themselves to find their harmonious union with Divine Feminine. Whether this be on an outer level or an inner level is what's going on with the energies at this time. And as all of us can have both at the same time, of course, you know. Sorry, there's a lot of, I'm sort of breathing out a lot of, I've got a lot of nervous, anxious energy, and oh my God, okay. So this is actually for the Divine Masculines. He's feeling this, it's kind of like an anxious type energy, but it's, I've felt this before. This is the shifting and moving out of old, dark energies that are no longer relevant. And that's why I'm breathing out a lot as well. And coming into the Three of Wands. So his greatest challenge at this time is to figure out exactly what it is that he does want. He's sort of like looking out into the abyss, not knowing exactly where it is that he needs to place his energy at this time. And he's really sort of starting to feel this nervous energy, and it's, well, like I can feel it in my legs, I feel it everywhere. It's like everything's turning to jelly. Okay. The Devil, which is in the outer, in his environment at the moment. The Devil is once again, it's temptation from the 3D matrix. That's in his environment, but will he fall into that trap again? The Tower is here. That's his advice, to allow everything to fall, to allow the to just allow it all to fall, all the crumbling away of the old which no longer serves. Just allow it to fall. And we move into the Empress energies. It's interesting, we're now in Taurus season, and so the Empress is a card of Taurus. So this is probably the month where a lot of the masculines are going to actually start to recognize the feminine, both within and on an outer level, and move towards that feminine essence, and join with her on so many different levels, on an inner level and as a projected, whether you're a masculine that has a projected counterpart in the form of a feminine, projected feminine, that is what you'll be moving towards. However, be very, very careful, because the Devil is here, and that is about temptation, but it's also about flipping into being triggered a lot. And a lot of the times the Divine Feminine can trigger the Divine Masculine into healing, and that's probably pretty much what's been going on for the last little while for all of us. But that's okay, because at the moment I can feel all this energy just shifting and moving, and it's actually quite heavy, but also it's it's like this nervous energy just coming through, but it literally is nervous energy that it leads to change, leads to releasing anything that no longer serves us. And we'll begin to see that on an outer level as well. Oh, and then we have the World. So coming to the end of old cycles, but also the Moon, and Death as well, and the King of Pentacles and Death. So moving out of old ways of being and moving into a greater sense of understanding just who the Divine Masculine wishes to be in this new millennia going forward. It's very influenced too by the High Priestess energies, which is a feminine energy, but it's a feminine that is very much in control, who knows exactly who she is. She's very inspiring. She also understands how the world works. She understands how everything on the spiritual level works as well. She's like a higher level feminine, almost goddess type energies, but yeah, so she knows exactly where she's going and who she is on every level, and portrays that in every way. the Lovers, Seven of Cups, and the Hierophant. Yeah, so moving into a higher sense of self. That's what the masculine is. That's once he begins to actually become into union with his divine feminine, he will then move into a higher sense of understanding of who he actually is on every level, and he will choose exactly what it is that he needs to do. He does have the Seven of Cups here, so there are choices that he knows he needs to make so that he can move into these higher understandings of just who he is and where he's going on this earth plane and also within. It's just a steady type of energy that, but you know, he just needs to understand that the 3D matrix is there to, it's like Neo changing the 3D matrix. And this is what the masculine is being asked to do right now. It's like to let go of the old, understand that he is the ultimate power that can change not only his own life, but also the whole of the matrix can be changed by understanding the truth of who he really is. And that is that connection to source, to prime creator, to all that is. And the way to do that is to let go completely of the old matrix world and go within and find that new connection to source presence instead of the actual matrix that he has belonged to for so long. So it's literally about moving away from that and finding that connection to source and all that is within. And that is where he will change the matrix, because that is the masculine's role in this world, is to literally let go, let God, understand the truth of who he is. And as the feminine opens the portal, opens the doorway, he holds the line. That is part of it. But also for the masculine energies, this is his role. It's like with, I'm going back to Neo, and it's like where he changes the matrix. But in the I have to watch it again, but in the fourth one, the fourth matrix, it's like there's a coming together of the masculine, the feminine, and the Holy Spirit. And that is exactly what the masculine needs to realize, that is exactly what he is doing. He is changing the matrix from the inside out. Once he changes it for the way that he actually views things from a completely different angle, that's when he will call in, he will come together with the divine feminine on an inner level first, then on an outer level, and that's where the trinity comes in. But I feel like it's already starting. It's already starting with the masculine actually understanding the truth of who he is, that connection to source and prime creator, the connection to his own divine feminine, which he has subjugated for such a long time, and has actually given all to the outside world in the form of the 3D matrix. Now as he begins to meld and become one with the divine feminine, that's when, and the prime creator, that is the holy trinity, that is the three, and that is when the whole of the matrix will change, just as in the third matrix. I'm going to have to watch that fourth matrix again, because I'm not exactly sure exactly what happens in that one. But yes, that's how I see it. The three, it's like coming together with the divine feminine and the connection to source and prime creator, and coming together with the three to make basically this beautiful harmonic convergence in a way, where the discord, that musical discord, is actually changed and moving into a completely different harmonious melody. I hope that makes some sort of sense. Anyway, I shall see you when on. Bye for now.